because electricity of as I told you last night, and I must stay at home and uh, use my 4G network for
Mm-hmm.
children to connect to join their online class.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because electricity is cut down and so Wi-Fi is not um, can run. Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
I
Yes, I
have
see.
Wi-Fi. Yes, and so I must use my 4G network from my cell phone to help them connect their online class.
Ah, okay, I see. Yes. Okay. And then at the same time, Helena, so weekend is coming. So what are you going to do this coming weekend?
Maybe only stayed at home because now in Hanoi the government informed that the city is locked down.
Yes.
Yes, until today there are 20, 23rd, 23 province must lock down by COVID-19 pandemic because the COVID-19 patient increased more and more.
Yeah.
Today one hospital in Hanoi must lock down because the patient and their relative is affected by COVID-19. And
Mm.
in my company have some staff some staff come by that this hospital. So I think some department is affected by this COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, yes.
Maybe
That's why you know what, Helena. That's why you know what, Helena. It's better now to stay at home, especially working at home, because we
yeah,
have yes, especially you have children, and it's so hard to go out, and then you are going home. You know, you're not sure if you experience, for example, you are exposed with someone who has a virus, because we don't know, like that, especially when we are going out. So it's very hard now to go out, especially you have a child, you have a daughters to protect to also.
and
Yes.
we don't have any other choice. So only try to try to limit or affect by COVID-19 by stay at home and don't go out if have necessary situation. Yes, that's all. We must to do some policy from government to ensure our health and for the others.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes, yes, I know. I know. So that in a situation right now, we always need to take care of ourselves. I just want to ask you also, Helena, since you know we can't, it's very hard now to go somewhere. It's very hard now in the situation right now in Vietnam. It's very hard to go out of town, Helena. So, what are you going to do this coming weekend?
Although I will stay at home, but I must work from home, and we still discuss with each other together via some application, uh, communication application, and I think all tasks still continue as usual.
Mm.
Yes, the only difference is we don't discuss directly together. But maybe when we work from home, the connection is not good as
Mhm.
when we work directly at company. So we should must This is we must accept this situation.
Mm.
In this situation, yes, accept this difficult. Um, I think although I have some difficult, but when I have to work to do, um, is okay. This situation of us is very happy, more happy than many others. They don't have to do. They don't have any work to do because
Mm.
the COVID-19 pandemics. Yes, for
Yes,
it,
I see.
some staff in restaurant or in cafe. Yes, in some in business business organization.
Yes,
Yes.
I see.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
Yes. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, Helena, just take care of yourself. That is the only thing that I can say to you. Take care of yourself, especially me here in the Philippines.
yes,
I am also taking care of myself in double.
yes,
Okay. So, anyway, let's start with our discussion now. I'm going to share with you my screen. Okay,
yes,
Helena. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Can you see my screen now, Helena?
Um, yes, I can see it. I
Okay.
will turn off my video to have a good connection.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is in our discussion now we are going to talk about I don't know what to do. Okay, this is a nice discussion. I don't know what to do. So talk to me if you have a problem that you need to talk about. Do you talk to a friend or to a member of your family and why?
Um, uh, if I have any problem, I always keep it in my keep it for my own. I don't talk about it to anyone. I but some problem I can share with my friend. Um, if a problem in my work, I can share with my coworker. And if I have problem in my family, I think it depends on that situation, that the problem I can talk or not, or keep it for my own.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
It
with
means I
me,
only say yes. It means I only talk about it to another when I think that it is problem must to share.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Well, with me, to be honest, Helena, if you have a problem that you need to talk about, do you talk to a friend or to a member of your family? I am related with you. Because if I have a problem, I just don't want one of my family, for example, one of my family member will have that problem also. So if I have a problem, actually I'm very happy. You know what, I
Yes.
look so happy, Helena. Look, I am so happy when you are talking with me. It feels like that I have a lot of energy, but all of us have our own problems. And whenever I have problems, you know what, Sue, you know what, Helena, you don't think that I have a problem because I look so happy. But I always keep it on myself also. If I have a
Yes.
problem, well, I always keep it on myself. And at the same time, I just don't want anyone to have my problem. I just
Mm,
keep it on myself and I solve it by myself also. So
yes.
sometimes it's very hard because you were overthinking, you are
Mm,
very emotional at the same time,
yes.
you are having a mental breakdown at the same time, especially if I am going to apply it on my situation right now. I can even go out, we can even have even we can have any business outside
Mm,
because of the situation here in the Philippines. So it's
Mm,
very it's actually very hard, and I'm actually having a mental breakdown, but I always keep it on myself. I don't
yes,
actually talk about exactly what is my problem exactly.
yes,
And even on my family, no, I don't share my problems with them. I just keep it on myself, and I also solve it by myself because
yes,
I just don't want them to be involved with my problem. If it's my problem, well, it's my problem. Sometimes it's a kind of for example, some family problems that I know in myself that I can fix it. I will fix it like
yes,
that. So it's actually very, yes, just say maybe because if you are already a mother, just like you told me, Helena, that you
yes,
are keeping it by yourself. Maybe because if
mm,
you are a mother, you are being selfish with yourself. You know,
mm,
you don't mind hurting your own feelings just to save others' feelings, right?
yes,
Yes, yes. Okay, I told you this is a nice discussion. Okay, and next
mm.
one here, next question here, Helena. Do you think that men find it more difficult than women to talk about their problems? Why or why not?
Um, I think almost almost men find it more difficult than women to talk about their problems. Because I think every people think that the man is strong, so strong, and is placed where the woman can against can base on them. So they always to be expect strong and the belief yet for the others. I think that all people think that
Yes.
yes, uh, mm, um, women can to talk about their problem, but the men can't do it, or you can do it very little because they are very strong. Besides, there are
Yes,
some
exactly.
people, there are some men. I think they are not strong as people think. And some men I know they can cry as a woman when they have any problem. And I think it's not all of the men, but almost of them is more difficult than women to talk about the problem.
Yes, yes, exactly. For my opinion also, Helena, do you think that men find it more difficult than women to talk about their problems? Why or why not? Well, with me, yes, because they have more egos. They have more pride than women. Sometimes they actually it's a pride of a man. If you cried, it's actually their pride. That's why if they have problems, they don't cry. They just
Yeah.
fix it. They just solve it. it they don't need to cry, to be honest, because
Mm,
man has more pride because crying is actually their pride and their egos. And then with me at the same time, Helena, the problem of us women is we are having mental breakdown than a man. we
mm,
are we are very sensitive. Our feelings are very sensitive. Mine are very strong. They have a strong heart. They have a strong feelings that sometimes it hurts a lot with us, but it didn't hurt with them, right?
yes. Yes.
Yes. So for my opinion, yes, it's very difficult to a man to talk about their problems than a woman. Women sometimes if they are actually having a mental breakdown, they are just going to call their friends, "Hello, hello, hello, Helena. I'm sorry, my husband good," something like that. "My husband cheated on me," something like that, right? So yes, but if a man have had the problems, there are just keep it sometimes there are most man who solve it quietly and not having a breakdown, not unlike with us, because we have actually we are very sensitive. Our feelings are very sensitive as well, same
Mm,
as mine. You know what, Helena, I look so energetic, I look so happy like that, but
yeah.
actually my feelings are very sensitive also. I'm very
Mm,
sensitive, like uh I don't want to hear some bad things against me. I don't like to well, whenever I'm having a problems, I am crying a lot. Yes, I know in myself that I can solve it, but sometimes I was overthinking, and I know in myself sometimes I don't know what to do. I just cried. And actually my family doesn't know about it. I always keep it on myself, and I just don't know why
yeah.
also. I keep it. I just keep it, and I don't want them to be to involve to get involved with my problems.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes,
think,
okay.
yes, I think it is gender personality, and
Mm-hmm, yeah.
the men is tend to keep your own self, themselves, keep all in themselves, and the woman tends to talk about to decrease their stress, and they always more easily to talk about their problem than men.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, I see. Okay, okay. And next one here is we are going to read the three problems from a weekly article in a British newspaper. Match two pieces of the advice to each problem. Okay, but
Yes,
I'm sorry, Helena. I just mute my mic because the
yes,
curfew is outside. The
yes,
curfew is outside our home, so it's a bit noisy. Okay,
yes,
so too much hot to talk. Are you a man who finds it difficult to talk about feelings and problems with your friends and family? Send us your problem and you will get advice from our leader. So now I want you to read it aloud first. Okay,
yes,
Helena, I want you to read aloud the problem A, problem B, and problem C. And after that, we are going to match the two pieces of
yes,
advice for each them. Okay, just read it first.
yes.
Take your time.
Yes, okay. Problem A. 3 weeks ago, I asked my girlfriend to marry me. We have been together for 18 months. It was an impulse, but now I am having second thoughts. I am deeply in love with her, but is this too soon? Please help. Problem B. My wife is running her first marathon in London and she really wants me to go and watch her. However, there is a business conference in New York the same weekend and my boss would like me to attend. What should I do? Problem C. My girlfriend wants us to spend 2 weeks in France in the summer with her family, but I find her sister really difficult to get on with. Should I go and risk having arguments all the time, or should I suggest separate holidays this year? Number one, this seems an easy one go, but try to avoid her where possible. And if you can avoid her, then just smile and don't get into conversation. This makes both safe. In my opinion, I don't think it's worth make problem at work. Why don't you just suggest ask a girlfriend or family member to go with her instead? This problem B. Mm, you should tell girlfriend how you feel. Be polite and above all, be honest. You don't have to like her sister. If she really is difficult, everyone else will already know. Problem C. Mm, Number four, you thought it was right at the time, but for some reason now you are not sure. You clearly love this girl and I think you should go for it. I got married after 4 months of dating and we celebrate 30 years this year. Problem A. Number five, it should be there. Maybe this is a once in a lifetime moment for her. You can always keep in touch with colleagues on your phone. Problem B. Number six, you should do anything in a hurry. Fix a date 18 months from now, which will give you time to be sure you are doing the right thing. And don't plan too much. If you start booking restaurant and get clothes for big day, it will make things worse if you then change your mind. Mm, I think number six for problem A. Yes. So
Okay, Helena, so before we review your answer, I'm going to ask you now. Let's pretend that you are going to advise someone with this problem. Okay, so let's have
yes.
first with problem A. The problem A is 3 weeks ago, I asked my girlfriend to marry me when we have been together for 18 months. It was an in, it it was an impulse, but now I'm having a second thoughts. I am deeply in love with her, but is this too soon? Please help. What is your opinion and what is your advice?
In this situation, I think if I am this month, I think the time is not all is not the problem. Yeah, I think he must recognize all the characteristic of that girl is still suit with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and both of them can to do and can think together the same thing about a problem issue. I think it is depend on much about the suitable with each other. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Time is not a problem.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Well, yes, well, with me, if I'm going to ask this, for my opinion, this is only my advice. If you are having a second thoughts, well, why are you going to ask your girlfriend to get married? You know, because if you have a second thoughts, well, it's not actually a deep, you are actually not deeply in love with her, since you are having, or if you are going to ask someone, let's see, let's change it. If you are going to ask someone, Helena, to get married or to marry you, make sure that you are 100% sure, because if you have a second thoughts, well, don't try it, don't continue to ask someone to marry you if you are having a second thoughts. You are just going to hurt that girl feeling, right?
Yes.
If you want to get married, well, make sure on yourself. If you are going to ask your girlfriend to get married, or to marry you, make sure that you are 100% sure about your decision. Right, Helena? That is only
Yes.
my advice. Yes,
Yes.
okay? Yes, actually, this is a nice discussion, Helena, but we are going to continue it in our next session. In our next session, I'm still going to ask you about the problem C and the problem be
Yes.
your own advice, and then after that we are going to review your answer. Okay, so
Yes.
if you have any question with me, Helena, you are free to ask me anytime here on Skype. Just send me a message. Okay, I'll see you
Yes.
again. Thank you so much for attending the class. Goodbye and good night. Thank
Yes.
you, Helena.
Next week nha.
Have a
Goodbye. See
nice
you next
weekend.
week.
Goodbye. See you.